I know what you're thinking. How the hell did you get here, bro? Well, let me explain. So basically, my name is Steph Lion. I just got a new PC. I can finally play Ark PC. I'm no longer a console player. And let's just get right into it. So basically, I just want to do my first ever 100 days. And this is pretty much how it went. So I basically logged in, booted up. I was kind of streaming this and doing it live as well and like recording and stuff. But yeah, I did the basics, what everyone does. You're running on the beach. I knew nothing about this mod, apart from a few videos I've watched. Shout out to Mr. Miola and freaking the Axeman. So basically, I watched some of their 100 days and I was like, you know what? I've got 30,000 hours on Ark console. I can definitely jump into this game on PC and I will most definitely absolutely destroy it. So basically I chose to play on the map Olympus because I was looking around for some modded maps that I knew nothing about and Olympus seemed good. Nah, but look, I was geeking out a lot because this is the first time I ever played on PC and the graphics were so good. I know you can't see what I'm talking about because my stuff was like super low quality recording, but trust me, the graphics, mwah. So I harvested up this PT to get some hide, did some more farming, got some rocks and stone, as you do. Built the rest of my base. I just need to put a roof on it because I didn't know what could kill me or how they could kill me. Put down a bed, you feel me? After that, put down my forge. We were getting on, it was like day 2 or something. We put down a storage box and then we went out. We wanted to do a little bit more farming. Then we found a freaking note, like the island. This map was literally kind of like the island. Like it was kind of crazy. I almost said Ireland there. Then we killed this dodo, RIP the gang. We need some hide. We killed another dodo and then we tried to like figure out where we were and what was this map, and then this thing attacked me. Okay, no, it didn't attack me. It just flew past, but I didn't know what it was, so I was kind of scared. But yeah, pirates don't attack you unless you attack them. Learned that. For some odd reason, I thought I could swim across this water, seeing a red ass duck, and I wouldn't get killed. I tried it.
Hey, yo, is that an
and I
otter?
found this otter that I wanted to tame, and I was like, yo, and then yeah, I just got like,
oh, no.
This is very painful as I didn't know what was going on.
It's not even day 2 yet. First death, day 1, bro.
I then went back to try get my stuff, but then I got killed by piranhas, right? So these piranhas were attacking me, and I'm here trying to get my ass out of here, punching and punching and punching, and then guess what happens? Another baryonyx comes and tail swipes me, and I got killed.
Again? Same baryonyx again.
So I found this fire shark underwater, but it's a shark. How's it got fire underwater? And yeah, I did not know what that was. That was like a Leo Blairdon, but it was like flying and it was glowing like.
What is that? Oh, what the hell is this? Bro, I am so confused right now. I need my body's over there. I need to get over there and get my body.
I then actually managed to get my bag back, and then this Alpha Hesperornis came and started beating the brakes off of me. I tried to swim back, and guess who came along? The Baryonyx again. But I did make it on land, and I just started scoffing down some freaking health potions. Got this Baryonyx over to something that I was gonna attack, and then that thing was gonna kill it for me, and that was the plan. It kind of worked, but I low-key kind of got killed by the thing that was protecting me, but it doesn't matter.
Why you hitting me though? Why did it hit me though? What did I do, bro? I didn't touch you, bro. Smoking in a
But yeah, I harvested up this Baryonyx and was like, yup, got my stuff back, got some more hide. I tried to bowl at this Hesperornis. It was like an elder, which was like a tameable version that you can ride and whatnot. But bowlers don't work on these creatures. I don't know why. He did run away after I stabbed him like 100 times in the chest. Then he came back. I almost passed out, but still I stabbed him and he ran away again. I then tried to tame this otter, so I needed fish, and the only fish I could really see were these freaking piranhas. I tried to kill them and use them to tame the otter, but they were really actually hard. Like as a low level, they were actually pretty hard to kill. I did drag this fish right over to the otter, and then another piranha came and attacked me, and
no!
Yeah, let's just say I wasn't really happy about that. I did manage to tame the otter after like freaking 20 minutes. And he was lit. He was lit. He was so lit, and then he was just doing his own thing, and he was so cute and everything. And then I killed this Hesperonychus. It was so lit, man. I was like, oh my god, man, I got an otter, man. This otter is big and he's huge, man. I was like, I got an otter, bro. After killing some stuff, just to test how strong this dude is, I wanted to know how strong is he really, and he was pretty strong. He killed his alpha Hesperonychus, and it was really easy. And I was like, damn, this guy's strong, man.
We got the otter,
and we got an alpha egg as well. And then I found some metal, and I was like, wait a minute, there's metal, there's an otter, there's stuff all around my base. I'm so lucky. I went back out to go find some more stuff and just see around me, and then I found some Deinonychus, and I was like, I ain't gonna go fight no Deinonychus. And then I found another alpha otter. And he was red. He was basically the reverse of my otter. So I did knock out this dodo, and I tamed this dodo. So basically, I kept punching things, and I forgot that this mod has spears that knock stuff out. Tamed up the dodo, and I figured out that if those potions heal me, do they heal my creatures? And hell yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, don't they? I put the dodo in the corner and like, lay me some eggs. I need some eggs to make some kibble. You feel me? Needed to go to the first tier. Did a little bit of farming, you know, just the light stuff. Got some more metal to smelt and get some metal weapons. You feel me? I built some gates around my base. Right now I'm still on the wood tier kind of thing, so I built a few gates because I just wanted to keep my base safe. Things were looking kind of dangerous out there, man. There was so many things trying to kill me, man. I was just trying to get my stuff enclosed. The dodo laid an egg, so we put that egg away in the large storage box. We put down the smithy, and after that we made some metal tools. Like we needed some metal tools. Like we're trying to start. Went out, got more metal. Easy. Then I was like, I need to start on a farm. So I try to look at like how you make the kibble, and you basically need to like have a farm because you need loads of crops. So I put down a farm, stacked it, got my water supply. Everything was looking Gucci. I went out and I tamed this like elder ichthy, right? Boom. I didn't record it because I forgot that I wasn't recording, but I tamed the elder ichthy and it was pretty lit. Like these elder creatures are basically bigger versions of the things, like a few creatures in the game, and you basically tame them and they're super strong. They're like 5 times stronger than everything. I did make my first kibble, and we used it that like we just went from like nothing to something real quick. We made the first kibble. I did make some armor, but then I kind of realized over time that the armor was useless. We did put this soul terminal. So basically this soul terminal like kind of like makes stuff for you. I knocked out this toxic carb, and I put the kibble in it, you know, I fed it the kibble. Got the toxic card. That was my first toxic tame. I was gonna use it to make some toxic eggs to get to the next tier. On my way back to base, I saw this elder moss chops, and I was like, oh, I gotta tame this thing, man. I was poking it with my stick paws. And then I finally got it down. Like this thing started attacking me and everything. I did not know moss chops would attack you, but after a long fight, I got it down, put some berries in his ass, and I went to tame myself a parasaur because I did need some berries. Well, no, I needed some seeds, and those seeds were to make my farm. So when I tamed him up, put a saddle on him, and I got all the seeds we needed to start our farm properly. So we put all the seeds in the pots, you feel me? Seeds in the pots, you feel me?
Use the alpha kibble to go knock out that triceratops.
So I had that elaborate plan to knock out an alpha triceratops, but didn't work out. Basically, we got another toxic carb, we got another female, and we got more egg layers. And we're just trying to get egg layers because we needed egg layers. I did end up knocking out this iguanodon because we needed some berries, and I went out for a little bit of a farm.
Ooh, wait, this looks like a nice.
And I kind of liked the spot I was farming on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build my real base right here.
This might be a really good base spot.
I basically started gathering things so I could actually build the base.
Beautiful. See how into the new base spawn, put down some freaking things. Oh, what the f was that? Oh, no. Oh my God!
I didn't. No, I didn't almost die. I didn't. I was over exaggerating. That was not as bad as I made it out to be. I was just so scared. But we did harvest some stuff, and we got some free hide and some free gear. Like this freaking fabled Bracky dropped so much good gear, and I was like, yeah, baby. And we took it all.
Damn! This is the new base spot I want to build.
Those monkeys were terrorizing me for so long. I was so annoyed. We did put down some behemoth gates to kind of seal it off a little bit so the monkeys can't just walk into my base and like clark me, you feel me?
Water from like here. I think that's water. There, right? Aquaman dinos.
Then we started moving everything. We just wanted to like move everything over to the new base spot so we can actually start like living there kind of. We didn't have enough stuff to get everything, but we moved a little bit of stuff and we wanted to just build like the foundations for now. So I did build up the foundations real quick, you feel me? Then I put down a few things, put down a bed, you know, obviously for spawning reasons because we're probably gonna die. Put down the primal smithy, went back and we got the rest of the stuff that was at this base. We demolished most of the stuff because basically when you're playing single player, like if you leave a lot of stuff out, it's gonna like make more lag for you, so you might as well like delete it, you feel me? We put down a new soul terminal to get some more poop generation. Then we actually went out and we put up some gates because basically that was under the green orb. If you know Olympus, you know that under the green orb there's like a little plateau. And basically things were falling into my base. We finished the building up the base just a little bit, just so it was livable and we had a roof over our head, you feel me? And not just a, well, it was a box, right? But I was doing 100 days. I'm not gonna build some fancy castle for y'all. That's for a regular series. I set up a new farm because we needed the new farm to start making more crops, and we just needed to start that as quickly as possible because we needed the crops for those kibble. Went out and tamed another toxic carbo. This time it was a male. I was planning on getting some eggs.
Yeah.
If I got some eggs and made more female carbos, I could get way more egg production.
Come on, eat it so I can, there we go. And now, eggs? No eggs.
So we went out and we made our first elemental kibble because we had that alpha egg and we used that alpha egg to make elemental kibble, which was going to be so lit because we needed to tame an elemental creature. I found this elemental parrot I wanted to tame. It was a caustic one. I kind of annoyed it, so it kind of tried to kill me, but we tried everything. I tried to do everything. I even tried to freaking shoot this guy with a harpoon launcher, but apparently primal fear creatures don't go with the regular rules, so it didn't work.
What?
Right? It didn't work. I almost died, but it didn't work.
Apparently they don't work on them.
So I went to plan 2. Plan 2 was to bola it, build a trap, and make it follow me into said trap, and hopefully that would work. I tried everything, man. I shot him, I used myself as live bait. Dude didn't want to fly to me. He didn't want to fly to me. It was so annoying. And then when he finally did, he flew on the outside of the trap. I tried to sacrifice myself one time, didn't work, literally just knocked me out. And then I sacrificed myself again, and the same thing happened. I opened the gate, and then he killed me. He killed me. Yeah, I died. And he killed my elder. So yeah, that happened.
It's gone. It's dead as well, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh
so
no!
I went back to base. I grabbed an otter, and I kind of like swam most of the way. Went back with the otter. It was so far, and the otter was like fast, but still so slow because I went so far. But we did manage to get back and get all my stuff. And miraculously, the parrot was still in the trap. So we just closed the doors and like he didn't do nothing because he's passive from me. So we just took all my gear and put it on. And then we started doing a hit and miss technique. So basically, we just bowled him, went in with my spear and just poked him a little bit with the stick. You feel me? And over time it kind of worked, and we finally knocked him out. Like it was so annoying. It took so long, but we finally did it, and we found an ichty right beside us when we knocked him down, and it was better than my last one. So we did shoot it, and basically I don't know why the elder ichty can get harpooned but nothing else can. We tamed them up, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We tamed up the parrot as well.
There we go.
Then we kind of like lost some footage, but I did go out and got more alpha kibble. And I used the alpha kibble to tame an alpha griffin, and then I used the alpha griffin to tame another alpha griffin. And the griffins are so like glitched out on this thing. It's crazy. But I did get into the trap, and then when I got into the trap, it kind of glitched itself out. So I was like, sure. I poked it and poked it and poked it with my stick, easy. And my girlfriend tried to force me to name it Peter.
Every single time I get a griffin, you should call it.
Every single time I get a griffin, name it Peter. I used my elemental parrot to kill this big monkey with a chainsaw that was annoying me. And then I found my first chaos dino. It was literally above my base. I went out and I found some Apex and Dominus Rexes, and I was like, yo, I need an egg. I tried to kill it, but it had like 1.2 million HP, and I was doing like 2,000 damage. I was like, hell no. I did jump off when she laid an egg, and then I stole the egg and I tried to run for my life, and look how close I was to absolute annihilation. That male was right behind me. I did go and I raised up the baby, and oh, he spawned with like some 1.1k HP. Wait, 1.1 million. And it was so lit. I played AFK for a little bit just to get some eggs to spawn in, because I was kind of like, man, I need some eggs. I went out and I found this fire featherlight. I needed some elemental eggs. So I found him, knocked him out. He fell into the water. Then I had to fight the whole of Atlantis just to get to him. The whole of Atlantis attacked me. I was so annoyed, but because I had some oxygen, I was able to fight them and knock out most of these creatures. Like, these creatures got knocked out. I tamed dude up and I just got out of there, man. I was not fighting with Atlantis anymore. I tried him out. He was kind of like not too good, but like it is what it is. I wasn't gonna use him to fight anyway. Then I found this glitch to make him lay loads of eggs. If he like level up HP, then you feed him these freaking soups. He lays hella eggs, and best believe I spammed the hell out of it. I spammed the hell out of it to get those elemental eggs early on, super quick. I got like 10 eggs, bro. I was like, litty. Went back to base and I tried to tame this parrot, right? So I got this parrot, was taming it, shooting it in the head with the glizzy, you feel me? Like, just gra, gra. Everything was going well, and then this RG attacked, so I had to take my griffin and get out of there, right? And then everything else started attacking me. I was burning and everything. And after this, I was like, okay, I killed the RG, then this guy killed him. This guy killed the parrot. The primal cardinal just killed the parrot, and I was like, okay, nice. But I did find an ice parrot, tamed it up, followed it, poked it with a stick, tamed his ass, and then I literally around the corner, like I swear to you, like 2 seconds, I found an electric parrot. Same thing, balled it, sticked it, tamed it, easy. And I found this electric parrot stuck in the water, and I was like, you know what, I might as well tell me, because like, you know, 55, it is what it is. And it was a male as well, so I could probably get some babies off you. So tamed it, went back to base and made them mate. I needed some parrots, so I made these two mates. He wasn't one of the mates, so I pushed him next to the woman. And then basically we got a baby, put the baby out. It was a male, kind of useless to me, but we kept it anyway. Then I found my first spirit dino, and I swear to you, that attack is crazy. Crazy, I swear to you. I went out to tame some apex dinos, and I found some apex dinos, and they're like the easiest to tame, so I just knocked them out and tamed them. I think I found 2 males and a female, so I tamed the female and the male. Went back to base. Obviously, I made them have. I had to do it, like I needed babies, and then we got babies, and this one was a male, so I kind of let it die. But I went out again, and I found another apex dino, and I found another female, so I tamed her as well. So now we had 2 apex creatures, and we were on the apex class now, so we were next class was a literally omega. We were so close. I found this Rudolph, and I was like, I tamed this Rudolph, like I got a Rudolph, you feel me? Stand this little help, you feel me? Then there was some wyverns I was trying to kill. I was killing these wyverns, I was having fun. Found the celestial, so I was like, I don't want to fight the celestial, I'm not ready for that. So I kind of ran away. And so basically, yeah, this happened. Right, this happened.
Living in the UK now. So I moved from Canada and I'm living in the UK, and basically I was homeless for a little bit. Let me not even lie, I was literally homeless for like 4 months.
Yeah, I had never seen some like that in my life. Dude just one tapped me, bro. I was in the middle of talking to my viewers on Twitch and YouTube, and he just called out me, bro. Like, that was the most heartbreaking thing I have ever witnessed. I did go back and try to get my gear, but I just couldn't, man. I was on a parrot, and then there was a freaking bomb going off over there, and this, that, and the third, and I was like, hell no. I did want to sacrifice the first griffin I had caught. I wanted to sacrifice, and I found my bag, and the origin kind of was like nowhere to be seen, so I was like, bet. I went up, grabbed my bag real quick, and I found the origin. He was right there, took my stuff, and I dipped, and I did it. We did it, you feel me? We was lit.
Let's go. I'm sweating.
I swear to you, I was sweating like a mofo.
My palms are sweating.
Then I found this spirit griffin, but obviously I couldn't tame it. I was nowhere near the spirit tier, and I just got out of there, man. I got right out of there.
Yeah, okay.
I did find this fire Archaeopteryx that I wanted to tame, so I went up, tamed it, knocked his ass out, got it tamed up because, you know, I needed some more elemental creatures, and this was gonna give me an elemental creature.
Alright, we got it.
After I tamed it, I kind of just wanted to test it out and see how strong it was and how fast it was, right? And we could ride it without a saddle as well, which is crazy. But it was pretty decently strong. Like, it was doing like 1.5k damage. It had the burn effect. It was crazy. I tried to kill this Byrex because I thought that if you killed it, it dropped its blueprint and you could build it. but apparently only the gigas do that, so this was kind of a waste of my time, but it gave me a lot of metal and poly, which is pretty good. I did end up taming another griffin, but this time it was an apex griffin. I was going up the tiers and I wanted something a little bit stronger than my regular alpha griffin, so this apex griffin was going to be great, and it replaced the one that I lost from that origin wyvern. I did go out and I tamed myself a fabled Argentavis, because we needed to get to the fabled tier, because this was the next tier we needed to get to and get some eggs from that tier. So I tamed the fabled Argentavis, which was pretty big though. It was huge. Then I did tame a fabled Pteranodon. I don't know why I said Pteranodon. I tamed it, and then I found this. It was an Elder Phoenix, so I tamed the Elder Phoenix, and boy oh boy, it was slapping. The Elder Phoenix was slapping, and this just put one thought in my head. I needed to go tame another Phoenix, a better Phoenix. So I went out and I found myself an Apex Phoenix and I tamed it up. Oh, I tamed it up, baby. And this thing was glorious. Oh, it was glorious. I was knocking like 150,000 damage, bro. That was before leveling. And I found another one actually. I found another Apex Phoenix and I went to tame that one as well because hey, I needed it. And I was gonna put a lot more points into melee on this one. And this one was crazy. 263,000. I did use this new Phoenix to go out and kill my first primal creature. So I killed 2 primal Carnos just to get some primal blood and some other stuff from primal hide. And it was pretty cool. Like, this was the first time I was killing these primals. I was like, yeah, I'm strong now. I went out, did a little bit more farming because I needed more metal and I just had to get it by hand. And I was like, why do I need to get it by hand? So I found this alpha Anki, tamed it, added it to my party. I put down this sap thing from this tree platforms. I get some sap and stuff. So, because I was trying to build something. And then we went out, we tamed ourselves a fabled Triceratops because we needed to mate the one we had. And we needed to use them together to make babies and get more fabled eggs. I did find this Omega Spino and I was like, damn, I have to tame it. And Omega Spino would get me another Omega and then I can start making baby Omegas and start getting hide and blood from these babies I'm making. It took me a long time to get this thing and it kept going closer to danger, right? And best believe I got clapped by that skeletalized Rex. It almost killed my tame. I was so scared that it was gonna kill it. So I jumped off and then when I saw it wasn't dying, I just ran down the beach because I was so scared. Literally, I was sweating. But then we did manage to find the freaking Spino again. We chased it down, knocked it out after like 30 minutes, put some kibble in his ass, and then we tamed it. You feel me? I then went back to base because I was like, man, I need to go out and farm some stuff. So I killed this Primal Kentro, and basically it gave me some good loot. I did kill this Celestial because we needed some Celestial Souls. We needed some Celestial Souls and these were going to be really, really important later on in the game. So I started killing them when I could. I did try to kill this Primal Spino, but he just kept moving and kept running away, so I kind of just left him. I killed some demonic creatures because we needed some demonic bloods, we needed the demonic souls, and we just needed the hide, really, to be honest with you. After all this, I found another fabled trike and I tamed this one. This one was a female, so now we had another female in our grasp. So I tamed her and I used her to make more eggs, and the eggs together made a whole load of kibble, baby. So I tamed her up, went right back to base, had to keep on going. I was running low on days. I was like on day 20 and I was like, whoa. I did make some demonic kibble, my first ever demonic kibble. So I went out and I knocked out this level 20 demonic Tony dragon. You're like, yeah, why are you trying to tame a level 20? It's so expensive to make those kibbles. Shut up, shut up. I needed my first ever demonic and that was what I had to do it. I jumped right into the ocean because some mantis were attacking my dude. So like, I was losing taming effectiveness and I was like, I have no more arrows to knock another one out. So I might as well take this one and tame it, and I'll get eggs eventually to tame another one. So I did kill all of Atlantis again, tamed this guy up, and he came out with some pretty decent HP in melee. And then I put some levels into this guy, and I was like, yeah, boy, I was feeling hella powerful now. I was like, I have the money. All I gotta do is put a saddle on him, and we were gonna be the most litest thing on this arc. Put his saddle right on, went on him, and this is like the monk. I was trying to feel it out, like, how strong is this creature? So I stood up on my hill, start throwing hella spikes, and I found out that this dude has the craziest range. there was an Origin Cardinal that spawned outside my base. So I was gonna try test him out on this Origin Spinal to see if we were at the point where we can actually kill Origins and start getting some Origin blood and some Origin tranks. So I used my AoE attack to lure the Origin Cardinal to my base, just close enough so I can actually shoot him with my Thorny Dragon, and that's what I did. I used the Thorny Dragon, and boy oh boy, he was going right through this thing's HP like candy floss. And after a while, we managed to kill him, and this is it, guys. Our first Origin is dead. Our first Origin is dead. Like, and it's like day 25, and we kill our first Origin. It was crazy. I did put down a Primal Tech bench, because I was gonna try and make this Primal Giga. I really wanted a Primal Giga because it looked cool, and yeah, I just wanted it. I did go out to farm myself some obsidian because we needed it. We had no obsidian, and I forgot that I had an Anki, so I did it by hand for some stupid reason. I did make a fabricated tech sniper rifle, then I upgraded the farm. I added more plots to my farm. Then I went out and I tamed myself another demonic thorny dragon. This one, on the other hand, was level 130. 130, baby. And oh, was he strong. Was he strong. He was hitting 31,000 and he was hitting for like 30 seconds. So that was like 3 milli. So I went around and I started just killing all the primal or all the origin creatures I could find. Any origin I could find, I'll kill it. Then this dude just kind of skipped me and went right there and killed my freaking griffin. I was so pissed. This is the new Apex Griffin we just got, and this dude walked past me to kill it. Could you tell I was angry? I was going back to my base and I was killing everything in sight. Everything inside had to die because I was that mad. I was so mad. I was like, F this game. I just tamed this thing and I was dead. I did kill an Artifacto Degrade who gives you artifacts. So I got the artifacts and I killed some Celestials on my way and I just kept going back to base, man. I was so mad. Like, I just lost my Griffin. That was my fastest tame. How was I going to get around the map super fast in the sky? I didn't know. I really didn't. But on my way back, something almost wrecked me, bruh. Like, it was just crazy the amount of AoE this thing was doing. And I was like, what is it? So I tried to kill it from far away. Shot my spikes into the air. Didn't manage to kill it. I really didn't know what it was. And I was kind of scared because it was right beside my base, which was really bad. Like, why is it right beside my base? Like, everything kept spawning beside my base. And then I saw it. It was a Celestial Ferox. And God knows I love Feroxes. And I was like, I gotta tame this thing. So I ran back to base, got myself some stuff. And basically, I tried to kill it. So I knocked it with a Celestial, or with an Origin Trank Arrow, right? But then I went out of render range. And when you go out of render range, the arrows don't work anymore. So I had to kill it with regular arrows. Well, knock it out with regular arrows. I did go off and I tamed it. Finally, after I had to, again, fight the whole of Atlantis. Put the kibble in him and he was tamed up, baby. And he was beautiful. Oh, he was beautiful. And dude was just doing damage on damage. And look at this move, man. Oh man, it covered the whole screen. I couldn't see nothing. I had 2 frames a second. I did put some potions in him to get him some level. I put some XP potions. And look at, you know I'm happy with my dino when I'm doing shots like that, man. I was happy. So I took him out to go try kill things and see what he could accomplish. How strong was he really? But it kind of turned out that he actually wasn't that strong because I saw an Origin Spine and I was like, yeah, I could kill this. Man, I got a Celestial. I could kill that. But I ran away. I was too scared. And I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to try to kill this guy out. I didn't want to die. But I said, no. I went back, tried to fight it again. But just know I wasn't doing enough damage. So this was not a smart choice. I felt kind of stupid when I realized like how little damage this guy was doing. I think I was putting way too much emphasis on health instead of melee damage on all my creatures. And this guy was just not doing enough damage. But again, he was a level 90 tame, so I wasn't expecting too much. So I did go back to base to get myself a better tame, put out Rudolph, came back with Rudolph, put out my demonic Thorny Dragon, and I started going to work, giving this Origin the Clarks. And it took a while, but we clapped her. We clapped her. That Origin got absolutely clapped. I then found an Alpha and Dominus eggs, which I took. And then there was this demonic terror bird that was trying to kill me, man. I wasn't having it. I then said, okay, I can't kill Origins, but can I at least kill a Primal? So I found this Primal Spinal and I was fighting it. And I was like, damn, this Ferox is so goddamn weak. He was killing it and I was taking like little to no damage. but it still wasn't enough. This was a literal scrawny primal. If I couldn't kill a primal, how was I gonna kill the bosses with this guy? And a demonic terror bird killed my dude. Like I took him down to like 100,000 HP. I was so mad I stomped the ground, but like it was okay. I did take my Tony Dragon back out and I used it to kill a few more origins. I found this origin diabear and I was like, yeah, gotta kill it. Didn't kill one before, had to kill this one. So I did go out and I did have see, these origin fights, it's just like, they have so much HP, it does take a while to kill them. Unless you have a super tanked up DPS dino. I needed to get a DPS dino. I was putting too much emphasis on health, as I said. But we did kill the diabear and he died. Got some more tech engram. Then I found this celestial griffin. It was a 130 celestial griffin. I was using Rudolph all this time because I had no more griffins. So I did go over. I shot it with a freaking origin trank arrow. Ran away so it wouldn't kill me, but I made sure to stay in render range. And I did eventually drop the dude. Went right up to him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I put in a little bit of that kibble. And he was mine. Level 194, super OP. I loved it. It was fast. I put out my baby Alpha Indominus. It came out with like 500,000 HP, kind of trash. I went back out and I found 2 demonic Tony Dragons. I knocked one out, but to get the other one, to get the one I knocked out tamed, it was super impossible because he was too close. And every time I went near, he almost killed me. Like, look at Rudolph. Rudolph is burning, like fire burning in my ass. Like, he was just burning. So I had to go back and try my best to lure him out because there's too many baddies around the first one we initially knocked out. So I went out, shot this dude, and lured him all the way as far out as I could from the original first one that we knocked out, just so I could circle back with Rudolph on some quick stuff and tame it. So basically I just went out and just let everything come for me. Killed him with Rudolph, and I went super fast to feed this guy's demonic kibble. He got tamed, and luckily just before these jerboas absolutely demolished me, and he went gra, feel me? Just what we needed. So I went back out and I continued knocking out the other demonic Tony Dragon. He was only level 55, so I just said, I might as well just do it. And then I tamed him as well. So now he's added to the party. He's added to my dinos that we're going to use to destroy the bosses. I went out and I killed more origins. I found this origin Argentavis. Killed it. Easy. I think the origin Argentavis and the Raptors were the easiest ones to kill. I went back to base and I did craft the rest of the origins that I couldn't find. I was trying to find all the origins, but some of them you just couldn't find them. So I did have to craft a few because I wanted to go do one of these Chaos Guardians. Well, guardians really, just chaos and the spirit. So I took all my dinos out and I spawned in all the stuff. My beta metaphysicus just got absolutely clarted instantly, which show you how bad he was. Then we killed the raptor, super easy. All my dinos are doing well. Then the Rex. Oh, the Rex has like so much damage, bro. So much damage. But we did kill the Rex. It was super easy. Again, no one died. We thought we were good. Then we spawned the Wyvern. And I'm telling you now, this thing is the most annoying one ever. If I was you, use a Celestial that grounds it, because if you don't, he just goes everywhere. And yeah, he kind of killed my Apex Indominus Rex. I don't even know how, because my Apex Indominus had full HP, then suddenly he just got killed. Super sad moments. But we did finish it off, and we went back to base with all our trophies. And then I was in the base, I was putting everything away, and I started hearing some weird ass noises. And I was like, what the hell is those noises? I've never heard these before. Like, what's going on here? Like, why am I hearing noises? And I just said, I ignore it. It's nothing. It's probably just something flying by. But the noises just kept getting worse. And then I went outside. I was like, what the hell is going on right here? Then I saw a wyvern. I was like, wait, what was a wyvern? Then I saw that HP banner. And I was like, I got stuck in the ground. Some claws came and grabbed me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And yeah, the Forest Titan spawned right outside my base, bro. And he started demolishing my gates. I was like, what in God's name is going on? So you know what I had to do? Put some needles in them. Grah. Then I crafted the Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. That was our next target. We were going to do that boss, but I needed more firepower. So I did find this Terror Bird, 145, hit it with an Origin Trank Arrow, waited for it to knock out, and then I went back and popped some kibble up its butt. Easy peasy, tamed it. This was going to be adding to my firepower because I needed a lot of firepower. I didn't know how strong the Celestial Indominus Rex was or any of these bosses. I was just going in there with as much firepower as I could. So I continued mating my Spinos because I needed some origin blood and some origin hide. So I just keep mating them and I just started sacrificing the babies. It is what it is. I'd raise the babies. When they grew up, I'd kill them and take their hide and stuff. On my adventures, I found the 135 demonic Metaphysicus and I tamed it up because I was like, damn, I kind of need this thing, bro. Because it was looking kind of lit, bro. It was looking kind of lit. Knocked it out, passed out with the origin triangle. Always a sure shot. When you hit it, it always works. Put some kibble in it, and then I wanted to try this thing's diarrhea, bro. He had literal, I'm not even joking with you, literal explosive diarrhea. Like, he literally had explosive diarrhea, and it was so powerful. I was like, I have never seen explosive diarrhea that strong in my life. I've had some bad cases, but that was crazy. And my team was getting stronger. We had so many creatures. We were getting strong. We had demonics, we had celestials, we had so many strong creatures, and we thought we were ready to go and do the Celestial Rex, but in Indominus Rex. But before that, I had to go out and do a few other things, farm a few other creatures. I did find this Omega Indominus Rex. Now, I was gonna like just tame it because I thought it was gonna be good. It took me like 40 minutes to knock this thing out. I swear to you, I'm not even joking. And then when I tamed it, it was kind of like actually ass. And then I had to fight again the whole of Atlantis to tame it. And at this point, I was just like, why did I even want to tame this thing in the first place? Like, literally, it was going to do nothing for me. I just wasted at least a day of my Ark journey trying to tame this thing. And it was so useless, so weak. And I was like, damn it, Steph, you played yourself. I did find another demonic Metaphysicus, so I did tame that up. Super easy. Used the regular tranks, tamed it up, put some kibble in its butt, and then that made it have explosive diarrhea. Then I was like, you know what? Let me try to get a demonic Megatherium because they had a lot of HP, even for a low level. Like, it was a level 20, he had like almost 500,000 HP. And I was like, that's pretty good. So I just tamed it up because I had the extra kibble on me. And I was like, crazy. And look at the size of it compared to a regular one. That was kind of crazy. Like, they're so big. Like, then I went around. I needed some more origin blood, and I also need some primal blood. So I went around, killed some primals, killed some origins, killed even more origins. There were so many origin Argentavis spawning everywhere. It's kind of crazy. And I was like, I'm not hating on it, but I need it. You feel me?
I've been collecting some stuff. So we've been going out and we've been taming some absolute behemoths, okay? We've got this dude with a cannon on his back. Got the demonic terror bird. We've got the demonic tawny dragons here. And right behind all of this, we have ourselves the apex Indominus Rex. Look at the Megatheriums, 2 of those. Then we have this bad boy. We have this bad boy. Yes, sir.
And that was it. I believed I was ready. I had so many OP powerful creatures. I thought I was ready. So I went out, I dropped them all down, and I was getting ready to do the Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. I thought I had this in the bag. There was no way this could go wrong. This was my first main boss.
Bro, this guy is on cocaine. Bro,
So I spawned him right in. And he started going ape on my dinos. It was crazy. But we were doing so much damage, I was not even bothered. I was like, we got this. We got this 100%.
Wait, let's go. Let me fire up my Griffin.
And after not so long battle, he started killing my creatures. My creatures actually started dying. And I was like, what the hell? How is he killing my creatures? But I guess when he powered up, he got like a lot of like damage. But we did kill him. We only lost like the 4 creatures. I thought it was 2, but we only lost 4 creatures. But we did it.
Oh my God.
We did it. And we got the tameable version. We were gonna tame this, and stupidly, I just instantly dropped it. I don't know why I did that. But I did use an origin trank, and I clapped its ass, but it dropped me from the sky because it grounded us, and I was so scared I couldn't fly. I was so scared. But we did survive.
What the f, bro? What just happened? What just happened?
So after a little bit of a wait, he did knock out, fed him the kibble, put the saddle on him, got on his back, and obviously, you know, whenever I get new dinos, I test them out, and then because they're so OP, I go overboard, and I'm like, I'm the strongest thing ever. No one can ever kill me. And I start doing some dumb stuff. Like, I was biting stuff and killing stuff, and I was like, there's no way nothing can beat me. So I attacked this demonic Moralitas, and yeah. I was shocked. I was shocked. Like, can you see my face? I was shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked. But he was so much bigger than my Apex and Dominus, and I was just like, these creatures just keep getting bigger. My base is not big enough. So because I'm a psychopath, I started lining up all my demonic creatures for no apparent reason. I guess it was to check how much I had left, even though I could just like potted them up and known by counting the pods. But anyway, then I went to go get myself some sap from my tree platform and my sap collectors, which kind of helped me a lot because I started realizing that these tech dinosaurs are pretty good, pretty good. So again, I had to like make my freaking farm bigger again because we weren't producing enough literal crops to make these kibble. Like, these kibbles were so expensive, we were not producing enough crops. So I had to make more of a farm because I was like, I need more crops, I need more kibble. We're going up in the game, we're losing days. I need kibble production to be as fast as the egg production is, and the only way to do that is a farm. Again, I made my omegas just to get more babies so I could kill them and get some more omega blood, you feel me? But it's okay, we only kill babies when we have to. I did find this Omega Reaper, and I just went out to tame it because I already had an Omega Reaper, and I was like, if I tame this one, I can totally make them have babies. And if I make them have babies, I could have super strong Reapers. And these Reapers have so much HP off the bat that when I put in the kibble, their HP did go down. I was like, lit. But we did find this demonic Moralitops, right? So basically, because the last one killed me, I was like, I have to tame this one because if the last one killed me so quickly, then they have to be super OP. Spoiler alert, they're not. They are super weak. It is what it is. It has to be said. I killed some more demonics because I did need some demonic hide and I need demonic souls for the next boss. So I did kill a lot of demonics. And then I realized that this sword gives you like a tamed dino and crazy damage. And like, I hit the dino because I didn't know it was mine. I thought I was trying to. So we mated our Omega Reapers, and now we had the Omega Reapers. We were mating them. And boy, oh boy, they were like, they had so much HP for low-end tames. And I was like, I could probably make an army of these things and they'd be super OP. So I did take them out because it was time to do another round of summoning Origin Dinos. We needed to summon a few Origin Dinos and get the Origin Blood and get the trophies to make the next boss emblem and summon the next boss in. See, everything was pretty good. Everything was pretty good until I summoned in the Spino, and it kind of spawned underground, which was kind of stupid. So I had to spawn another one. But first of all, we took out the Wyvern. The Wyvern just needed to go, man. He was so annoying. But I grounded him this time. This time I was smart, and I brought a creature that could fly, and I could ground him. So I grounded it, and it took it out really quickly. But he did end up killing one of my Omega Reapers, and I was like, God damn. But luckily, I had babies. And look at that, the remaining Omega Reaper was literally almost dead. I did go out to tame a few more demonic creatures. I tamed a few more demonic and thorny dragons because you already know, demonic thorny dragons, they're my favorite. I love them. They're beautiful. And tamed them right up, put the kibble in the butt. Simple, easy. And then I found some more origins to kill. We needed to kill more origins, so I just took out the demonic thorny dragon, went out, killed the origins because we needed them. I wanted to test the Terror Bird out because the Terror Bird had this damage and it does such a crazy like area of effect, and if you get close to even the smoke, it destroys you. But he wouldn't fight. He just wouldn't fight. So, and when he did, oh my days, when he fought, his damage was so crazy. His damage was ticking so crazy. I tell you, demonic Terror Birds have the best AoE. Then my army again was grown. We had retamed the 4 that we lost. We had tamed 4 more dinos, and it was literally time to go do the demonic Reaper Empress. So at this point, I thought I was ready. You guys probably think I'm ready. I have so many dinos. How can I not be ready? So I got all my dinos, went out, popped them, got everyone ready. We were ready. Obviously, we were ready. What else did we need? We had everything. We had beds down, we had our dinos, we summoned her in, and I was on my Celestial. I was powered up, and almost instantaneously I died. Literally instantaneously. literally instantaneously. I don't know, like, you guys don't understand how angry I was. Like, instantaneously I died. My dinos did try though. They did try their best. They did try. They went out there and they like fought to the end, but they all died. And the only one who survived was the good old Celestial. But at one point even he crumbled. Even he crumbled. And just like that, they just all started dying. It was painful to watch all these dinos that I spent so long taming just kick the bucket, bro. They just all started dying right in front of my eyes. I was so heartbroken. Y'all don't understand. I was so heartbroken. And then yeah, when he literally like killed all my dinos, I knew it was a wrap because she was gonna come right for me. I tried to run away and save this Megatherium, but it just didn't work, man. It just didn't work. She was on me. She was on my ass, bro. And it was so annoying because she was over half health killed. But yeah, that fight didn't go well. That fight did not end well. It didn't end well. We got absolutely destroyed. And we were back to square one. We had no dinos, but at least we had some kibble back at the base. We had to go back out and start taming things again. We started with a level 150 demonic Mesopithecus. And we just it was sad. I was super annoyed, and I was just trying to tame everything back as fast as possible because so much had gone wrong. We weren't expecting things to go wrong like that, but things went wrong. Started again. It was literally like almost I think it was like day 50 at this point, and I was like, I just got back to square one at day 50. What was I gonna do at this point? It was super annoying. But over the course of the next few days, we did go out and tame a lot more creatures. Got a lot more demonics back. Got the demonics back. Got some celestials. Raised some babies and just kind of try to get myself ready again to go back and try that demonic empress because we needed to kill her. She needed to die. The demonic empress needed to die because we needed to do the boss, and it's the only way forward. So there was no backing out now. We were in too deep to back out. So I just kept going for it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do this. So I did tame an alpha glowtail because apparently they're gonna be good against the Reaper Queen. So I was like, you know what? I'll just tame some like light pets to help me beat the Reaper Queen. But I'm really bad at remembering I have a shoulder pet on. That's why I never use them. So I went out to tame more demonic creatures. Tamed another demonic thorny dragon because we know we love these creatures. And then yeah, this happened. We do this like every time. We literally tame demonics all the time. And the one time I had my glow pet on me, got clarted. So we flew back, got our stuff back, and I was so angry. I just killed her. I just said, you don't deserve to live after killing me. You don't deserve to join our team after killing me. So I just killed the demonic thorny dragon. I was that mad. But then I went to this island off on this edge of Olympus, and there was like light pets grew like spawned here, and demonic light pets spawned here. So I did go out and I thought to myself, how am I going to stop this Reaper from killing us? So I found somewhere and I built a trap. And at the time I thought that was a trap. I thought that was gonna work. I thought like, that's it, it's gonna work. But we'll see about that later. We went out, killed a few more origin creatures because we needed to get some more origin tokens to make the new demonic Reaper summoner. So we went out, killed a whole bunch. And for some odd reason, I thought it was going to be smart to tame a buffoon ferox. I don't know why. But while it was taming up, we went out to kill this origin Carno. Super easy fight, but he kept getting his head in my butt. And when he did that, I couldn't attack him, so I don't know what's up with that. But when they get their head in your butts, you can't attack them. Tamed another demonic Mesopithecus. This one was level 140, so this was a good tame. Came out with some 1.5 million HP, and I put everything I had ready for the demonic Reaper Empress into a box. And I said, you know what, Steph? It's time to go kill some more origins. Let's call them up. We called them origins up, and we just started attacking the crap out of them. And again, I knocked myself out of the sky. And unfortunately, when I knocked myself out of the sky, my light pet that's on my shoulder dies. Every single time, every single time. I just keep forgetting that I have a light pet on my shoulder. This Spino, we called out this Spino, he ran away, and then for some odd reason, I got dismounted and then he killed me. I don't know what happened there, but like that was some... So I ran back over on my monkey, pissed off as hell, destroyed everything in my area. Everything in my area, I just killed everything. spawned the wyvern, and the wyvern was kind of being a dummy. She just wouldn't go down. She just wouldn't go down. And this Neopterodon came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from, but he did get absolutely clarded. So it was time. I had all the tributes I needed. I had my glow pet. I had the demonic bulldog as well. I had all my reapers. I set them all out, got everything ready, got on my strongest thorny dragon and summoned her in again. I had a trap. I had everything. There was no way this would go wrong. And literally 5-6 minutes into the fight, oh man, things started going real bad. Things started going real bad. She started killing everything. It was crazy. And I did not know what to do. I was like, what's going on? I was losing frames. Things were just going bad. And I thought this was it. I thought we were going to have a repeat of the first time. I thought it was going to repeat again. And what happened the first time was going to happen again. And everything was just dying. All my demonics were just dying. And I was like, no. I was so worried. I was so scared. But luckily, by some odd thing, we actually survived. We survived. We got it down to half health. My demonic thorny dragon was surviving. He wasn't dying. She was at half health. He was doing great damage. These health potions were working stupendously. And after a long fight, we actually did it. We actually killed her. It was crazy. We actually killed her. Like, but we did lose everything though. We lost everything. Like, we lost all our dinos, everything. We were literally starting from square one again. We had one demonic metaphysicus left that we didn't take to that fight. So we used that to go around and kill some more origins. This diabear kept getting in my butt, bro. He kept getting in my butt. I couldn't show my super diarrhea, bro. Like, it was so annoying. But we did end up killing both the diabear and the Argentavis and got ourselves 2 emblems for these origins, because these emblems are really, really important because you need them to spawn the bosses and things, and to craft the boss spawns and things. And I just decided to cover myself in poop. And then I tamed the demonic Reaper Empress, spawned her above water. She came out level 160, which is like max level, right? I don't know, like it should be max level. My max level on my server was like 150. So I left her in the water, put her in with an origin trank arrow. She got passed out, went right in there, popped some kibble in her butt, and she was mine, bro. Like, she was lit, bro. She was so huge. Her attack was so strong. You don't understand when I tell you. This was like huge upgrade from the demonic thorny dragon. And there was nothing that could kill this. And she was so goddamn big. Like, literally, look how big I was compared to her. Look how big my character was compared to her. Insane sizes. Went around the map collecting some artifacts because we needed some artifacts to make the summons. And to make the summons, we needed artifacts and we needed some blood and stuff. So just kept doing it. I did tame this Doed because I wanted to expand my base and I didn't want to go farm metal by hand. Like, that's so whack. Why would you want to do that? So I did go out, farmed some stone. After I farmed some stone, I went out, I farmed some wood with this guy. Super easy. And I started making some behemoths because we needed behemoths to like expand the base a little bit. And that's what we did for like 2 days. I did find these 2 demonic hyenodons when I was out on my exploration. I had to kill one of them because he was like low level. So I killed him and I tamed his co-partner. And basically, I thought this was like the strongest demonic ever, man. I was like, man, this hyenodon, man, is gonna be so strong, man. I'm gonna tame it, man. It's a 130, man. I'm gonna tame it. So I tamed it, and I don't know why I didn't learn from the last one I tamed that they're actually not strong. Don't tame these things. Don't tame this thing. Unless you're taming it just to have it, don't tame them. They're not strong at all. And then on our adventures, we did like just going around and we found this Ferox level 55. I know it's super weak and I know the last one was weak, but I just love Feroxes, so I just had to tame it. We finally got it to trap itself like under this ridge, and then we found a 130 celestial aloe and we were like, wait a minute, this is turning out to be a really good thing. So we did knock his ass out. At one point I ran out of tranks, so I had to go back to base, get some tranks, and I also have to make some kibble, so I have to go get some new veggies from my old farm, because my new farm wasn't producing yet. Made the kibble, then ran right back up to him and tamed her up. She was so beautiful. And I was like, I wish I could have like kept my other one and made it them, but I couldn't make them. Then we went ahead to tame this aloe. I missed like 200 shots on this thing, I swear to you. But we finally, after a few like 30 minutes, we ended up actually knocking it out, and it was so annoying because while we were knocking it out, we found a 140 demonic thorny dragon and was like, how are we gonna do this? So I had to run back to base, get ammo, and on my way back to base, we found a 140 demonic Mesophithecus and a 135. Like, all of this was happening while I was taming a Celestial out there. So we ended up going back to base, getting loads of kibble, loads of arrows, came back, tamed this 140 we had found in the desert because we needed it. I wanted it so badly, like, you don't understand, I wanted it. Knocked it out, put some kibble in it real quick, tamed it up, and it came out with 2.1 million HP. This was gonna be crazy for the final fights. After we tamed up everything, we went off to the Wyvern Cove and we found a Celestial Wyvern, and I wanted it real bad, but I didn't have any Origin Tranks. So I came back to base and I killed a few Origin Dinos. It was like, we just needed to kill them, get the Origin Blood, use it to make some Origin Trank, and then I did the most sketchiest, like, I don't know what even to call it. This was just like, it was like, I could have died. But we did it anyway. We did some crazy evasive maneuvers, and we finally knocked out the Wyvern. We got an Origin Trank in it, and holy, I did not know if it was able to ground me, and if it grounded me, it would have been over. If that shot had hit me, it would have been over. So I did attack all these stupid regular Wyverns because they were annoying me, knocked their asses out, saw that my Wyvern had passed down, was in the water. I jumped right into the ocean, like F this, straight into Atlantis, went right up to this Wyvern and I fed it, cryopotted it real quick, just go grat. And I took my Celestial Griffin and I got out of there. I had to get out of there, man. It was too dangerous out here. Like, these Wyverns were crazy. I took the Wyvern out to go test it out because I was like, yo, I just got this Wyvern, man. It's so lit, super lit. And then I found out that the Wyvern is super hard to control to do its special move. It's super weak, really, unless you like stack all the the points into like melee. It's actually kind of really weak. So I was like, did I just waste my time taming this thing? Maybe it was because it was a super low level and I tamed it at a super level, but I don't know, man. It was super weak. But we did kill the Origin. We killed the Origin RG and we killed the Origin Carno. I went back to base to expand my farm even more because I didn't want to run into another situation where I couldn't get kibble because my farm was lacking. Then we went out and we spawned a few of these Origin bosses to kill because we needed to make the next boss totem. I killed another Alpha Shine one. I know. Then we fought and killed the next Origin Kairuku, killed his ass real quick. Then we spawned in the Origin Wyvern, killed that as well. And I'm gonna tell you this now, never fight an Origin Flyer with other flyers because they will try to do an aerial like fight and the flyer will just fly away and you'll have to like try to kite it back. It was super annoying. Never ever use flyers to fight flyers. It doesn't work. The Spino, I don't know why the Spino, whenever I spawn in the Spino, it just falls like it's looking up in the air. It's super weird, but we spawned in the Spino, killed the Spino. This time it didn't get to run away from me like last time. Then I went on, I put saddles on all my Celestial creatures because it was time. It was time for the next boss, so I potted them all up and got ready to take them out to do the next boss fight. I did expand my base like I was planning on. I put some more gates out there, expanded this thing because it was getting too annoying, it was too small. We went back to the trap. So at this point, I'm still using the trap because I was in my brain. I thought it was working. I put all my creatures out and I had a demonic Daedon this time. So this demonic Daedon was going to do a lot for me. I had to kill another Celestial Indominus Rex because we didn't have the Indominus Rex token anymore because we kind of used the soul to spawn something else, the Reaper, and the Reaper killed us. So we needed to get another Celestial Indominus Rex soul. It actually killed a whole load of my tames. Like, all my demonics got absolutely cracked up, but I think this is because you don't fight Celestials with demonics because Celestials stop demonics from powering up, which does end up making your demonics die against Celestials. We did manage to kill him, and when we killed him, guess what? All my Celestials had survived, but all my demonics and everything else had got absolutely clarded. It was so annoying, but we did save one demonic Thorny Dragon. I got some new armor from this Celestial this time, and they gave me some really cool stats. I did drop this guy in the ocean, knocked him with an Origin Trank arrow, waited for him to pass out, then I went over and I popped some kibble in its butt and tamed it up. It came out with 2.4 million HP, which was really good. I took out my Celestial Indom and my Demonic Reaper to see how fast they would kill an Origin on their own, and I swear to you, they killed it in like 40 seconds. It was literally 40 seconds killed, and they took absolutely no damage. They were both on full HP. I did find this Ramshackle of Wondering loot box, and I tried to like make it level up so I could get some good gear, but I mistakenly killed it before I could get it past Apprentice. Go figure. Then I found this celestial dire bear, and I swear to you, it was 150, and I was like, I have to tame it. I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna be trash, but I have to tame it. Popped an origin trank arrow into it, and I swear to you, man, when it died, when it like dropped and I actually got to tame it, I realized that the celestial dire bear is probably the strongest celestial. No word of a lie, the celestial dire bear is one of the strongest celestials, and they look cute too, so you might as well get one. Look at it, cute, even with the blood on it, still look cute. Then I started building this huge trap. So I went out, I farmed for like 3 days, started building this huge trap. So I was gonna spawn the chaos bosses. I wanted to do the chaos and the spirit wyvern guardians, and I just wanted to make a big trap to get them in so I can actually keep them in one spot and just absolutely unravel my attacks on them. Build this trap out, and I was like, okay, it's time to test it. Took my dire bear, spawned some bosses in there, and the RG just flew right out of my trap. I was like, okay, it's just because it's the RG, it's small, it probably just mesh shooters, it's so small, and it's probably the same size as an actual RG. So I put in the Rex. I'm like, okay, the Rex is big now. The Rex should not be able to walk through one space. It walked right through the space. I swear to you, it walked right through the space, and I was like, what is going on? I just spent like 4 days building this trap, 3 days gathering the materials to build this trap, and these bosses are walking right through. Did I do something wrong? What is going on? Is it because I'm using S+ structures? Like, I don't get it. So I killed the Origin Rex, then I went back and I spawned the Wyvern in it this time, and the Wyvern just flew right out. He just flew right out. So I was like, okay, we have a real problem, and I didn't know what I was gonna do because I wasted all this time. We were losing days, and I just built this huge trap, and it wasn't working, and I was so annoyed. I was so frustrated. But we had to keep going on. We just had to keep going on. And like found this celestial Uteranus, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna tame the celestial Uteranus. I'm gonna use it to roar, and this roar is gonna power up my dino, so at least I'll have a little bit more damage protection and a bit more attack. So we might be able to kill this this guardian real quick. Auto courage doesn't work on celestial creatures. And then I went up to tame a celestial griffin, and I killed Rudolph. Now look at me. And then I got killed, and I was just so frustrated and so angry because things were going wrong, and I had almost no more days to actually make this work and actually complete this 100 days. I was so low on days, but after a long while, I finally managed to knock out this celestial griffin. It was a lower level, but it was still a celestial griffin. It was still 90. He still had almost 500,000 HP. It was gonna be decent when we tamed it up anyway. So I tamed it up, put some kibble in it, popped it in a pod, and I set off on my way. I got all my dogs. Look, okay, so I have to confess, at this point, I was getting addicted to raising Omega Reapers. I was just raising Omega Reapers for no reason at all. I don't know why I was doing it so much, and they were just getting there were so many of them. There were so many of them. I had like 100 in the ground already, and I had 100 eggs, and I just kept hatching and hatching and hatching. At this point, I wasn't even killing them for like for their blood or nothing. I was just raising them, and I was just using them as fodder for my boss fights. I don't know why, but look at this. Like this is appalling. I was addicted. This is addiction. Okay, don't get to this point. Don't get to this point. Then I made this tower, and I put a force field around it. I was like, okay, a force field has to work, right? And I was gonna test it out, so I tested it out on an Origin Wyvern. And hey, I thought it was gonna work. If I dropped this Origin Wyvern under me and I just kept doing this, there was no way in hell it could kill me from up here. And for the most part, it did kind of work. It kind of really did work. And I was just knocking it out, and then at one point it kind of escaped and it ran away. So I took my Phoenix, went over to go try find it so I could bring it back to the trap, and it killed me. It killed me. Yeah, it killed me. But I did get back. I used my Griffin to lure it back, and then I continued, and yeah, it kind of worked. It kind of got stuck under the trap, and because it was under the trap, it let me just use my move to attack it and just keep it down. I killed a few Origin Raptors because I had two Origin tokens on me, so I just wanted to get rid of them. And then I spawned the boss in. So basically what happened was, I got absolutely annihilated in my little trap. So I don't know, I thought I recorded it, but I didn't get content for that, so it doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, I got annihilated. I had to come down here and use my freaking Thorny Dragon. This was a long ass fight because the tech force field was not working. And basically the Wyvern would get in here once in a while and he just absolutely slapped the crap out of me. And don't build a trap. The only thing that stops it is the turrets. It gets caught on the turret. So if you want to make a wall and make that wall full of turrets on each side and then spawn it in there, I think that will work for you, but you'll need like 100 turrets to do that. But you can make a trap like this, put some turrets up on the trap, and it will actually get stuck on the turrets. But I didn't know this until after this fight. But after a long 4 Ark days, I finally killed this Chaos Wyvern, and it was horrific. The fight was horrific. Everything was horrific. I must have died like 2 times. It was crazy. But it was focusing on my turret tower, and because it was focused on the turret tower, I could just peel off at it and just keep hitting it, and we ended up killing it, and it was glorious. And then yeah, it just spawned its tameable version right there, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. My turrets were shooting at it, and I was like, oh my god. So I had to run back to base like super quickly and get like tame stuff to tame it. I was not gonna tame it, so I ran back to base, got some taming supplies, and ran right back to it. Because I had to make this Chaos Sword, and I've never made one before, so I didn't know if I had the stuff for it. But after like a solid 40-minute flying contest, I managed to hit it with an Origin Trank arrow, and holy, this thing was strong. It was strong, and just being close to it was peeling off my HP, and I was literally dying. But after like 5 minutes, it finally passed out, and we had got it, guys. We had tamed our first chaos creature, and we had got it. Look at us, man. We were so happy, and this thing was super OP. Like, I'm telling you now, it was doing almost 250,000 damage per hit, and then its special move was hitting for at least 5 million, and I was like, dude, there's no way anything can kill us now. We'd have to be able to kill anything. It was taking out bosses so quickly, it was doing the origin so quickly, and I was like, look, there is no way we can't finish this like challenge in 100 days. The only thing it was bad against is as all wyverns, if you're hitting a flying target and you're on the floor and you're using a move that just like makes a big ball of fire on the floor, it's not gonna work. So that did set us down against flyers, but we was like, we could still kill anything, man. We were good at this. I did leave this Origin RG alone because I couldn't kill it. It was taking too long. I had like 20 days left. I was scared. I thought I was not going to complete it. I had so many bosses to go for. Killed some Celestials to get some Celestial Souls to get the next boss in. We had to spawn the Spirit Guardian, so we needed all these Celestial Souls. Celestial Soul. I did craft loads and loads of health potions because we were gonna need this, and we had found that like they were good. We needed them. We crafted the Spirit Guardian, and it was about that time. We crafted a whole load of bullets because we needed the bullets. We needed it to stay focused on my turret tower, because if it stayed focused on my turret tower, we could literally just stay there and just cheese it, really. Then I found this Ramshackle Wandering Loot boss, and I just kept leveling it up, and this time I was super careful not to kill it. So I just kept leveling it up, and then at one point, we got its ass to a freaking Ascended Wandering Loot boss. We got it to Ascended, and that was crazy because we didn't know we could do this. And when we got to Ascended, we realized there was more levels beyond Ascended. There was this thing called God Layer, but we didn't want to like keep making it go up. We found some good saddles, but none of them were the ones we needed for what we wanted, because what we really wanted was stuff to keep my Celestials alive, some stuff to keep the creatures I was using for these boss fights alive, but we didn't find any of it. I didn't find any Chaos or Spirit Wyvern blueprints, so that was gonna be an L. We set out again to do the Spirit Guardian. We put all the dinos out, and I, again, for some odd reason, I thought my plan of being in my tower was gonna work. So I tried it out, I summoned her in, popped my freaking ultimate move, and basically she just absolutely destroyed everything. In literally 2 split seconds, she destroyed everything. She killed me. So the Spirit move has a crazy area of effect. Like, its AoE is so crazy that if you're even anywhere near it, you're gonna die. So if you're ever fighting a Spirit boss, don't let them do their AoE. And if they are, get away from there. Get away from there. I sat there and I tried to kill it the same way I killed the Chaos Guardian, but it was taking way too long. Like, it was just like literally taking too long. It had so much HP. I had no days left, so I tried to spawn back on my base to get a different tame. Got killed because that move has such a far AoE. It destroys everything. Well, I spawned here to try to get my bag back. My body was in the sky. I needed all my gear. My gear had all of my stuff on it. So finally, I did get it. And when I got it, I got killed again, which was okay though, because I had all my stuff. All I had to do was spawn back at my base. If I spawn back at my base, I spawned back at my base, got my Chaos Wyvern, and I tried to have an aerial fight with it, but it just wasn't working. I was doing like 100 million damage every like 20-30 minutes, and I was like, this is not working. 100 million damage every 30 minutes isn't gonna cut it. At this point, we had no days left. I was getting super stressed. I was trying to actually complete it. Like, I was actually trying to complete it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you had to drop for stamina. We had to do all this timing to hit the moves, and it was just so frustrating. And after a while, I found out that its move would ground it, so I tried to ground it with its own move, and then try to come in and hit it, and it was working for a little bit, right? It was working for a little bit, and then this happened. It dropped itself. I got really close. I started hitting it, and I was like, yes, okay, we got it. Then it got up, and it dropped that move I was talking about, and it absolutely wrecked my Chaos Wyvern. Chaos Wyvern got wrecked. I started panicking. I was running. I was screaming, but my mic was off, which was good because I was screaming, hella screaming. And then I got away, and then I thought I was away. Then boom, it killed me. It killed me. Yeah, we got killed. It was really what it is. So I went back to base and I got my Demonic Reaper Empress, put some potions on her, put some potions on myself, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. Was she gonna be able to one-shot me the same way she one-shot my Chaos Wyvern? Was this gonna be a case of one-shotting my Chaos Wyvern, my Demonic Reaper, the same way my Chaos Wyvern died? I didn't know, but I just stayed there and I had no choice but to fight it. And apparently, the Demonic Reaper Empress can tank the blood clot out of the Chaos Wyvern. The Chaos Wyvern can be tanked with your Reaper. Take your Reaper. Use your Reaper because the Spirit Wyvern can be tanked super easy. Just put some potions in you. Put some potions in you. And if you have a good saddle, you're good. Like, the thing is, I realized that if you had a good saddle, the saddle would always keep you at low damage received. And you would always be okay if you had potions. So take your saddle, get your potions in you, and yeah, we tanked her, man. We tanked her. It did take us like 20 minutes to kill her, but we did tank her. We just started peeling her off. And if you're not stupid like me, and you put more damage points into your creatures, your demonics and your celestials, you'll be able to do way more damage over time. I was doing like 18,000 damage per tick, which was good when you think about like how long the moves last. But if you put way more damage points into your creature, you'll be good. So don't mess up like I did, okay? But after a while, we did manage to kill the Spirit Guardian, and it was glorious. We killed the Spirit Guardian. We didn't get a Spirit Tame though.
Are you talking about it?
We didn't get a Spirit Tame, which is kind of weird. I thought we'd get a version of it to tame, but we didn't. I couldn't think about that. I was lit. I was happy. The Demonic Reaper Empress was beast mode. We went out to get more artifacts. We needed more artifacts. I did end up killing this Giga somewhere. I made it. And after I made it, I realized that these Gigas are super, super OP. They have a force field that makes them reduce damage. You can get a saddle for them. And if you get a saddle, it reduces damage. I took it out to go fight the Demonic Reaper Empress. I needed another Demonic Reaper Empress soul for the next boss. But yeah, don't do that. The force field does not protect you. So I did go back and I used my Thorny Dragon to kill her. While I was using my Thorny Dragon, I sent my Giga to go fight just to check. If it dies, it dies. Because if it dies, then that means it's not strong enough to be doing these fights anyway. So I sent it out there. I was looking at how much damage it was receiving. It was receiving roughly 300 damage. And on the higher end moves, it was receiving 580 something damage, which was basically nothing. It did have like 20 million HP. So I was like, this is kind of weird. And then we made light work of the Demonic Reaper Empress, which was crazy. Like, this was a boss that was killing me like literally 30 minutes ago. It was literally killing me. But we did manage to kill her, and this dude still had like 26 million HP left. And I was like, okay, we just found the strongest creature we could have. And I was so hyped because I was like, we have a saddle on it, we can get it. And then basically I tried to tame this Demonic Reaper Empress because we needed more. After what I saw, what she did to the spirit boss, I was like, we need another one. We really do need another one. So we tamed her, put her in a pod, took her back to base, and then we started doing some more bosses. We just needed to do some bosses. I wanted to test her out. So we did some of these origin bosses. We killed as many as we could because we needed all the tokens to do the next boss. But basically, her moves are good, but it's really hard to aim her move. It's really hard to aim one of her moves. It just goes overhead. Like, look at that. It just goes overhead. So be wary of that. But we did kill all the bosses super easily because she was so strong. And I pumped melee into this one, as you can see. So we did kill the boss. It was pretty good. We did really well. And I was proud of us. Like, we were moving on. And even though it was taking us ages, so we did make a Nova tribute. We were going to put Nova in. I went out to go get myself some more rare flowers and rare mushrooms so I can make more potions because we needed these potions. I did not know what Nova was going to be capable of. If the Demonic Empresses were doing that to me, what was Nova going to do? So we did make all the little potions we could make. We went out to fight Nova, and I swear to you, Nova is strong, very strong. But the worst thing about Nova is her knockback effect. If you're fighting a Nova, her knockback effect is the worst thing about her. She does a lot of damage, but the knockback effect makes you move so far back. It takes you so long to actually kill her and be on top of her doing DPS. But after a while, it took us like an hour for this fight because she just kept knocking us back. And I was doing the high ground thing, but I just kept getting knocked back. We finally got her in a spot where it was good. We were getting knocked back, but not so far where we were going like 200 miles. We kept attacking her, and we kept peeling off at her, and we finally got Nova down.
Get out of here.
We did go over and we picked up the Nova egg. We took the Nova egg, we went right back to base and obviously started raising our freaking baby Nova. That's what we did. We went out, we killed a few more origin creatures because we needed some more origin tributes. We needed all the tributes we could from all these origins. I didn't have as much like resources to actually craft them, so I did go out and try to kill them by hand, which wasn't too bad because this map was pretty good for the spawns. Nova was ready to go and we literally used it to kill origins, and Nova is too powerful. Nova is too strong. We went out, we got the artifacts, but like we were so stoked for it because Nova was so strong. There was no way we could get destroyed. Like look at Nova. She was literally taking these bosses out in 20 seconds. But again, the one problem we had with Nova was she had a crazy knockback. So when you're fighting bosses, she would literally make them knock back so far. You have to go chasing these bosses. We went off, we had to get another Celestial Indominus Rex because we were needing another Celestial Indominus Rex soul. We got the Indominus Rex. We also got the Demonic Reaper because we needed more souls. We would use the souls to do these last few bosses, so we needed to get more souls. Again, this knockback thing was really annoying me, but after a while we killed Demonic Reaper Empress and we went on to the Celestial Indominus Rex. Again, just this knockback, we just like, please, Primal Ark, Primal Fear Martyr, please can you take away the knockback effect, because it's really annoying when you're trying to use it. When you're trying to use it, it's super annoying. But we did, after a while, kill the Indominus Rex, got the soul, and now we had everything we needed. I did go out to try to tame this Demonic Reaper Empress, but I kind of spawned her above ground, so she kind of dug her way in. I had to lure her all the way out into the ocean, knock her ass out in the ocean. But again, guys, what happens when we do things in the ocean? We have to fight the whole of Atlantis. And yes, again, we have to fight the whole of Atlantis. She got damaged quite a lot and she lost a lot of taming effectiveness. And this sent me on a spiral. I was so angry. It was day 96 and we were losing taming effectiveness. Oh, I was mad. I got my lightsaber out and I started killing Atlantis. Oh, I was hitting everything. I did not care if I was hitting my Reaper. I was just hitting everything. I was like, yo, the Reaper can survive. I'm doing 100,000 damage. She'll survive. If I hit her 20 times, she'll survive. I just started killing everything in Atlantis. I was so annoyed. And this was what I had left. This was all we had to go do the next boss fight. We descended this demonic thorny dragon before we did the fight. We went out, after I descended this guy, I went out, tested him out. He was doing some crazy damage, but now we had to do Pikkon the Creator. We had to do the Creator. The Creator was the next fight we had to do. And basically, Pikkon is super easy. It's just like, it just tanks. It just literally stays there and tanks stuff. Like it doesn't actually, like, there's only one move that's actually a problem for gamers, I presume. So it was time for us to do Pikkon the Creator. That was all we're gonna do. So I put down some beds, so this time I could actually spawn here multiple times. I named the beds as well, which was good. Then it was time. I had Nova ready. I spawned Pikkon thinking, look, I've got Nova. There's no way we can die. It was super hard to initially get him to want to fight me because he's up in the air. But after a few attacks, I found which attack would get his attention. We got his attention and we were doing some crazy damage to him. He was basically just sitting there and taking our damage. He wasn't really attacking back or anything. But his little drones were so annoying because they were actually hitting me and not my tame. And then everything was Gucci until suddenly the drones were shooting me. I didn't realize I was getting hit by the drones. And I was just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. And before I knew it, I kind of just died. I didn't realize they were shooting me and not my dino. And I was like, what happened? But I should have popped a a health potion in there, but I didn't. And the drones followed me all the way back to my trap where all my stuff was. I tried to get back multiple times, and one thing after the other, I just kept getting killed. But I finally managed to throw down a celestial indom before I got killed. So then it started attacking for me. So even when I was dead, it was still attacking, trying to kill these drones. And then I finally got on top of one of my celestial indoms, killed these drones, and got my butt out of there. I got my butt out of there, and I went over to see on Nova because I thought Nova is on her own. I didn't put her on aggressive, so I went over, I whistled aggressive real quickly, so she actually attacked on her own. But before I knew it, I was killed again. But it was okay, because Nova was actually attacking. And after a hell of a long time, I did manage to actually kill Pikkon, and I got his egg, and I did, like, it was just super annoying. But I started raising my Pikkon, put him out there, went out to kill some demonics. So I needed some demonic souls for the fire colossus. We were gonna be spawning in the fire colossus now, which means we needed demonic souls, celestial souls, and I thought to myself, we need to grow Pikkon, because Pikkon is gonna be a great asset to fight with. No, it's not. Again, it's just a big large turd, and when you get hit, he flies away and you can't control him anymore, which is stupid. Got myself some more artifacts. At this point, I was in a full tech suit that we got from Pikkon. Look at baby Pikkon, man. He's so ugly, bro. I think this is the Molder like character module. But yeah, at this point, we were super low on primal blood, so I had to actually go out and kill some more primals. I did take my ascended celestial griffin now to go kill these things, and he was doing so much damage. And we went out there and we got ourselves some primal blood. And then it was time. Pikkon had been literally raised. Our base was getting attacked by things. We were having like a panic attack, but he got loads of HP. He had 70 million HP. And then he had some moves that were doing some crazy numbers. And then there was this one move that just drops balls from the sky, pause, and these balls didn't stop coming. And the damage he was doing was insane. It was unimaginable. So I took them out and I went to do the Fire Colossus boss, but again, I don't know what happened. I thought I recorded it. I'm pretty sure I recorded it. I remember recording it, but I didn't record it. But it was 100 days. We did the Fire Colossus and it was 100 days, and I was bummed out. We didn't finish the game. We only got to one of the Colossus, which means we would have killed all the Colossus. So what I did was, to end this 100 days off, I was like, okay guys, I didn't complete it, but to give you guys a kind of an epic final battle, I put out all the dinos we had accumulated over this 100 days, and we were gonna spawn in Pikkon's Revenge and see if we could do it. If we skipped all the Colossus and we just went out and we did it with, like, by skipping, would we be able to kill him? So I spawned him in and we all went crazy. We all went to fight, and yeah, he just destroyed everything, man. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't try it. He's too strong. He is too strong, especially in a non-contained environment. He is too strong. But guys, hope you liked the video. This is how the final battle went. The final crazy Omega battle went. This is our final stand. So I actually ended up killing Pekon's Revenge with just the Nova, which was kind of crazy because I thought it was going to be a little bit harder. But the harder bosses were at the start. So yeah, this is like my first ever 100 days. I've never played Ark on PC before, and I decided to jump in and do Primal Fear. And I learned a lot. I did learn a lot, and I'm sorry guys, I know this video is going to be super messy, super like all over the place, but this is my first time. I was learning how to record on my thing without an Elgato. I was learning how to record, learning how to put this together, learning how to get my sound correctly and things like that. So I do apologize for that, but we are starting a new series where I'm actually gonna play Primal Fear properly and actually have everything recorded accurately for you guys, just to show you guys my actual experience when I get to learn and play the game. But I do appreciate all of you watching this video, man. It does mean a lot. And again, I apologize for how messy it was, but yeah, this is my failed 100 days attempt. But this is coming from a dude with 30,000 hours on Ark PS4, coming on here with no mod experience, nothing at all, and I think I did pretty well. We got to the Colossus, we got to all the Colossus, which is pretty, in my opinion, pretty well. But on the new series we're doing, we're gonna do all the Colossus, all the unofficial extras and things like that. We're gonna actually play the game in depth and do a long series. But I appreciate y'all. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. If you made it all this way, you have to like and subscribe, man. You watched this for like an hour. Come on. Like, subscribe, and comment, and watch out for the new episodes. The new episodes are going to be more based on not 100 days, but day-to-day episodes. So I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.